This story appears in the June 30, 2021 issue of Forbes Asia. Subscribe to Forbes Asia. What's behind his optimism? Walker has shrewdly used the downturn to grow his Sydney-based Walker Corp's pipeline of planned projects by 36% in the past 12 months, some $8 billion Australian dollars, $6.3 billion, to a total of $30 billion Australian dollars. Among the advantages that's helped Walker is that local authorities have been more willing than usual to cut red tape to issue approvals in order to support growth and create jobs. It's amazing the opportunities that present themselves when you've got a bit of vision and you've got a little bit of horsepower, he says in an interview, conducted by video during a holiday in the Yarra Valley outside of Melbourne. Currently, much of the $4.85 billion Australian dollars in gross asset value listed on Walker Corp's 2020 balance sheet is in Australia. We're mainly in commercial and broadacre, master-planned communities in Australia, as that's where the market is best, says Walker. He also has big plans for residential property. We're acquiring quite a lot of apartment sites in Australia, not to do now, but to start cranking that up in 2 to 3 years, when the market improves, he says. Walker's skill in mastering Australia's property market is shown in Walker Corp's results. In the past 5 years, Walker Corp's profits have jumped from $105 million Australian dollars in 2015 to $252 million Australian dollars last year. Goodman Group, Australia's largest listed property company by market cap, grew its profits just 18% in the same period. Walker's fortune has seen a similar trajectory, up from $1.18 billion in 2015 to a current Forbes estimate of $2.3 billion, and higher net worth figures can be found elsewhere. Growing up an only child in Sydney, Walker, now 75, worked as a deckhand sailing yachts around Australia's northeastern coast after high school. In the 1960s, Walker decided it was time to join his father Alec Walker's earthmoving and civil engineering business, which evolved into a property developer in the 70s. The business was renamed Walker Corp. In 1988. Though his father died in 2011, Walker's 3 children are now active in the business. Typical of the projects Walker is now developing is the $3.2 billion Australian dollars Parramatta Square project in Sydney's western suburbs, which broke ground in 2017. Expected to be fully completed next year, the project will feature Australia's biggest office tower, with 120,000 square meters of total floor space, and cover 3 hectares. Tenants for Parramatta Square include the New South Wales State Government and Westpac. Walker Corp owns additional properties in Sydney and other major Australian cities such as Adelaide, Brisbane, Canberra and Melbourne. During the pandemic, protracted lockdowns in several Australian cities prompted a shift to working from home. Yet Walker Corp hasn't experienced a material reduction in rental revenue or demand for office space, according to its 2020 financial report.